I don't think people are educated enough about sexual abuse and how it really affects people and how much support they really need. Because I know before I was aware this was happening to me, I wasn't so educated about it. I didn't know much about it, and I thought since the family was broken up, like it wasn't a good family, like there wasn't enough love. But now I look at my situation, there was a lot of love and a lot of trust, but trust was just broken. Now that I've went through this and I've had to struggle through this terrible tragedy, like I just really, really got a passion for helping others. I've found myself.
It was heavy. I mean, pretty much seeing him on a daily basis, still around as a teenager. It happened when I was from 8 to 12, and seeing him around as a teenager is just horrible. And like, I'd always fear that he would do it again, and then I'm in high school. The only thing I should be worrying about is prom or homework. So it was just heavy. And then looking at my little sister, who was getting near the age of where I was when it started, it's just like, yeah, it's not happening. Because I was naive about it. I told, but people stopped listening, so I stopped telling. What made me come forward was my little brother and sister. I had to protect them. And I'm glad I did, because I don't have to carry that burden anymore, for the most part at least.
You're keeping it in for so long that it's wearing you down and stuff. It's starting to tear down on you, like no matter what you do. And it just affects you in everyday life, your physical health, like your emotional health, like with your friends, and like it's starting to affect your school life and everything. And that's all you can think about. And you're worried like someone's always going to find out, and you're always finding ways to cover it up. And it just starts to become way too much, and eventually you just want it to like end, but you're also afraid like, well, what's going to happen when I do? What if it gets worse? What if it's just better if I deal with it now, and like maybe it'll end someday? Or that's the way it felt to me. Like I'll still have sometimes nightmares and stuff where I'll wake up and I'll feel like I'm there, but it feels so good to not have it happen anymore. It just feels like one of the best feelings in the world for me not to have to worry anymore about it.
There's so many reasons why people don't tell. I mean, you're scared that like if someone finds out, then you'll get in trouble, or that person will get in trouble even if you do care for them.
Yeah, you still have feelings for them, because if it's a family member, you still have those strong feelings for them, and you don't want them to leave.
Sometimes you feel disgusting, and you feel like when you tell people, they're going to be like, oh, she deserved it or something like that. Because if you tell someone, if you keep hearing over and over that like it was your fault and stuff, then you start to believe that. And so it's not something you just openly tell someone out of the blue.
They're all different. And they're different races, they look different, they're in different cliques or not in cliques at all, and different schools. They're all very, very different. And before I was educated of sexual abuse, I was kind of closed-minded, and I kind of like thought that there was just this group of people, the quiet ones who never spoke out, who stayed in the back of the room, you know, those were the ones that got assaulted. But now that I know I wasn't anything like that, and these girls that I met are nothing like that, it's just like it really has opened my eyes, and the statistics are amazing how many girls and boys get assaulted. I don't think people are educated enough about sexual abuse and how it really affects people and how much support they really need.
I felt unsafe. That's my gut feeling. Like, anytime I saw him, but yet he treated me like I was his girlfriend almost. So at the same time, I had the feeling, well, he likes me. Maybe this is something out of love he's doing. So maybe I should just stick around him. And when he'd be frustrated, I'd try and calm him down. And I still didn't understand, like, why I had those feelings. Mm-hmm. Like, if I took myself out of it, but I still felt like I could recognize the feelings. I knew, like, why would you feel that way if someone's doing that to you? Why would you feel like that's love when they're hurting you? If it makes you sad or angry, or like it felt like afterwards, all my anxiety, it just felt like a ball of fire in me, that I was going to explode at any minute, and I didn't know what would come out.
Yeah.
If you have the gut feeling I had, you need to say something, because it's never going to stop otherwise.